Mr. Murali, you have 4 minutes for your 3 cuts.
Sir, I would like to declare my interest as a lawyer in private practice. On the first cut, in last year's Committee of Supply deliberations, I suggested that the estate administration process for a person dying intestate, meaning without a will, be looked into with a view to simplifying the procedure. As members would know, currently if the value of the estate of a person who died intestate is less than $50,000, the public trustee is able to administer the estate without the need for the family to make a court application. However, this option is not open for estates worth more. Since the government has access to identity data of beneficiaries of a person who has passed away intestate, such as his or her spouse, children and parents, there is scope to devise a more cost-effective and efficient system to administer the estate, hopefully without the need to involve the court system. The Honourable Senior Minister of State, as she then was, informed this House that the Ministry would undertake a review of the estate administration system after the completion of work on the civil justice system reform. I'll be grateful for an update on this matter. On the next cut, as members of this House may remember, in January 2017, amendments were made to the Civil Law Act to enable third-party funding for international arbitration and connected matters. Given that third-party funding can potentially facilitate access to justice by enabling parties who may not have sufficient financial means to prosecute their claims, I had suggested that the framework be extended to litigation cases. There's also a case to allow for third-party funding for commercial litigation cases in the Singapore International Commercial Court, particularly the offshore cases. The Honourable Senior Minister of State, as she then was, informed this House that the Ministry would like to test the third-party funding framework within the international arbitration sphere before deciding to expand the categories. She also stated that the relevant stakeholders will be consulted too. I would respectfully seek an update on this matter. Third cut, sir. I would like to, in 2015, the Singapore International Commercial Court was established with a view to broaden the suite of dispute resolution options here, apart from international arbitration and mediation, and further enhance Singapore's standing as a leading international dispute resolution centre. As stated by the Honourable Senior Minister of State, as she then was in this House, the underlying objective is for the SICC to be a neutral venue for international commercial litigation for parties with little or no connection to Singapore, but who need and value a neutral jurisdiction with a strong tradition of the rule of law, experienced and respected commercial judges, and legal services of high quality. The SICC currently has, in addition to our own experienced Supreme Court judges, 16 international judges who are also highly regarded jurists in their own jurisdictions. The diversity of the SICC judges' backgrounds add to the strength of the SICC. Despite being recently set up, the SICC has already drawn compliments from commentators for the quality of its judgments. Also, the jurisdiction of the SICC has been widened to enable it to hear cases involving international arbitration law, an area which all the SICC judges would be very familiar with. In addition, Singapore acceded to the Hague Convention on Choice of Court Agreements, which allows SICC judgments to be enforced in jurisdictions of the contracting parties, thereby broadening the reach of the SICC judgments. I would like to seek an update from the Honourable Minister on the development of the SICC, as well as its Ministry's efforts to entrench Singapore as a choice location for dealing with international disputes, as well as how Singapore's legal industry would benefit from such efforts. I also seek an update from the Ministry on its review of my suggestion that Singapore accede to the Apostille Convention to facilitate easier recognition of foreign legal documents in Singapore.